I think the hardest part about making these videos is figuring out where to start. So I guess we'll start like that. Welcome. There's my icebreaker. Welcome to Flowtricks. My name is Ken, and we're going to do some Nunchuck tutorials tonight. Yeah, big surprise. I have more tutorials. I know Flowtricks is huge, right? And I had this big idea. Man, it's so big though, it takes a while to pump out all these ideas that I want to do, especially with all these props. Right now though, we're going to do some nunchucks. Before we start though, keep in mind that starting next week, there's going to be uploaded videos from all the Ultimate Ninja entries. It's going to start next week. If you haven't started Ultimate Ninja, you only have about a week left, okay? There's like $1,500 worth of prizes. There's all kinds of great things that you could win. As well as just the, just a nice competition always gets you going to spin a little bit harder and do a little bit better, so to speak, for self-improvement sake. So keep that in mind. You have 1 week for Ultimate Ninja. I'm going to extend the date for our Nunchuck collaboration, so make sure you go to the Nunchaku Tricks discussion board and submit your 15 to 20 second video, so you can also be featured in our first Nunchaku Tricks compilation. Now when I say Nunchaku Tricks and Flowtricks, they're the same thing really, it's just we're focusing on nunchucks with Nunchaku Tricks. The only other thing I can say right now is just, guys, if you ever find like something laying on the ground and it's not yours and it's valuable and you really like it, just think about figuring out whose it was and giving it back to them. They would really like that. It wasn't I had this great show and this great workshops that I led down in Minnesota, and I loved it, right? But I left my iPad down there, which is how I usually record my Nunchaku Tricks videos, so it's been kind of a bummer. I don't know how this is turning out. Hopefully it's turning out okay, but we're using a new camera that I had to use. And I don't know, I just kind of threw everything off because, I really like that iPad and now it's gone, so. Anyways, live and learn, keep moving on. But if you ever do find something on the ground, just think, it might be someone like me trying to make Flowtricks videos and, and then if you just take it home and play your video games, I don't know, there might be this ghost of a ninja that will haunt you with a glowing, flaming nunchuck 20 years from now. Cha! And that'll be the last thing you see. Cha! Right? No? Okay. Alright, I'm going to start with an advanced Nunchaku combo then, with that said. We're going to start off basic, we're going to move it to advanced. Here's how it looks. Shoop. We're going to try it again. I believe I call this a, oh crap, I forget what I called this. I gave it a name like a couple of years ago. Again. Phantom Pass or something, Phantom Illusion Pass, I don't know. You know what, I just make them up on the fly anyways, I'll just give it a different name. Here's how you do it. First, you have to know how to do an under the leg aerial. If you don't know, I guess we're gonna work on that right now. When you do an under the leg throw or an under the leg aerial, you're gonna think of the letter G and you're gonna pull back, okay? Here's what happens if you don't pull back. I'm gonna put it in my right hand, we're gonna go clockwise like this. When the nunchuck's about 7 o'clock under my leg, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to give it a little bit of an upward lift and let it go. Whoop. Now, if I don't give it a little bit of a flick backwards, because it's going underneath my leg, it's going to want to keep going that direction, right? It's pretty simple, right? If I don't give it a backwards flick, well, there it goes. So the trick to an under the leg combo is at the very last second, right before you let it go, give it a little backward flick and then open your hand. And what will happen is it'll fling this direction. Makes sense, right? So again, we're gonna spin it, we're gonna go make a little bit of a G. As soon as it's about 9 o'clock or so, we're gonna give a little bit of a flick back and let go. Here, let go. See if you can get that part first. If you can do this part, the next part is your left hand's gonna come straight out. Now you're gonna try to arc this through your leg and over your hand. So you're gonna have to give it kind of a high flick, like way up high, okay? So it's gonna go here, we're gonna throw it, and this is gonna fly over this hand. Now watch what's gonna happen. It's gonna fly over this arm, and as soon as it crosses over the arm, the other arm is gonna come out, and it's gonna fly over this arm. And as it's crossing over the back of this arm, our left hand, which is holding out here, is gonna reach over and we're gonna grab it from underneath like that. Oh yeah, it's a big one. So again, it'll be here, Okay. See that? And I'll show you one more time. It's gonna be under the leg, over the top of the arm, like this. My other arm's gonna shoot out. As soon as I throw it under my leg, it's gonna shoot out over here. And this is still flying in the air, and it's flying over to the other side of the arm, and we're gonna catch it underneath. So we are literally throwing it through our leg, through this, over this arm, and catching it over here. So, shwoom, shwoom, catch. Now, as soon as we catch it, we're gonna make this big loop, and as we're making this loop with our arm, I'm letting the nunchuck, I'm gonna kind of open my hand like this, letting it slide down the chuck until I get to a low grip. And we're gonna just kind of try to get to the low grip to start. Swing it over into a low grip, and you're gonna try to cross it over to the other side of your right hand, so where your right hand is on the outside, and this is coming back upwards again. We're gonna do a throw from the nunchuck hanging from 9 o'clock underneath our hand through here. We're basically gonna lift up both of our arms and open it, and it's gonna cause it to fly. So here, and as it flies, we're gonna catch it with our right hand. So here, it's getting ready to cross over. Just try this out really quick, if you must. Now practice giving it like a little bit of a dip like this, and as soon as it comes up, open it up and grab it with this hand. So the full combo will be here, here, and drop it. Make sure you drop it loud and hard every time you want to show. And every time you want to show someone, make sure you do that. Here, 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 catch. Slow motion, take it one at a time. There. I don't have this recorded in slow motion, but I can hopefully try that out. One more time. Boom. Bang. Whoop-ah. Isn't that awesome? It takes a little bit of timing, especially the first part, so just break it into 2 pieces, because obviously you can see this is 2 moves. This is the first one. See if you can just do that. Here, here. You might hit your arm. Make sure that you give it a lot of clearance when you do it, okay? And then the other part is, it's very awkward to see a nunchuck fly past your arm and then have that one be the one that grabs underneath. So it's like waiting game, grab. So launch, waiting game, here, grab. Spin it over, it's coming under, both hands open and lift, it's flying over, and we grab it up front. All right, so the next thing we're gonna work on is a combo. We're gonna give this an intermediate combo, okay? So we went from advanced to intermediate, maybe we'll end with a beginner. The intermediate combo requires a rotor pass, like this. So we're gonna rotor pass to an aerial, rotor pass, aerial, bounce, table bounce, here. Now here's something, I don't know if I've showed this to you or not, but it's a neck pass, but we're gonna do it vertically. So we're gonna actually bend over when we catch it, like so. Make sure you do this right, because if you only bend over halfway, you may hit the back of your head. So make sure you bend over very horizontally and then come back up. So here, here, like that, okay? Boom, boom. Okay, so we're gonna try it again. Right hand, rotor pass. Throw it to an aerial. So actually it's more of a half rotor pass. As soon as it swings down and it's coming up, you fling it up into an aerial. Here, fling it down into an aerial, catch, bounce underneath your armpit. We're gonna do a neck pass vertical. And as soon as this comes down, we're gonna slide our grip down a little bit. As soon as this comes down, we're gonna give it 1 loop. And as soon as it comes down to about 6 o'clock, we're gonna do we're gonna throw it into another aerial. Now this is gonna be a clockwise aerial straight up. And we're gonna grab it with our right hand, bounce, clutch. It's quite a little combo, isn't it? Grab, so it's gonna be half a rotor pass. We're gonna fling it down, and as soon as it's about 6 o'clock, we're gonna launch it in the air, and we're gonna catch it with our other hand. Table bounce, underneath the armpit, pass. We're gonna slide this hand down, give it 1 swoop, throw it, bounce, clutch. I'll do it a couple more times, you can do it with me. I'll do it nice and slow. Boom, half rotor, aerial, catch, table bounce, underneath the arm, bend, pass, slide the hand down, pull, circle, grab, bounce, clutch. Again, shoom, 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 shoom. Yes, it's my new language. rotor pass, aerial, rotor pass, halfway fling it to an aerial, bounced under the table, bend, catch, fling, bounce, bounce. I'm gonna do it one more time. Half of a rotor pass, fling it into an aerial, table bounce, vertical neck pass, slide the hand down, give it a whirl, fling it into an aerial, catch it with the right hand, bounce, and catch. There you go. I'm gonna go very slowly one more time. Can never do it enough, can I? I apologize, it's been a while, so I'm forgetting all the names that I called these things. I got one more, it's not too terribly hard, but it will take a little bit of practice. I'm still working on this myself. I haven't practiced it enough. This is more of just a fun visual thing you can do with your nunchucks. First, you're going to keep them tight, nice and tight. You're going to hold them in an underhand grip. They're going to both be facing at 12 o'clock. And basically, you take one hand, let's say we take my right hand, and we flick it over to the right, like this. Okay? We're going to flick it with enough force to where we can actually cross grab it on the other end and end it. Now, the trick is, when we grab it tight and rigid, and we stop it right at 12 o'clock. So what it's going to kind of look like is like it's almost like stairs climbing itself, so to speak. Boom. And what will happen is as it crosses through, you're going to hold it still in space. So whatever is pulling, this part right here is going to stay still in space. So it's actually going to be climbing across your arm. If it's a little bit off and you catch it, say it's a little bit off, just straighten it out as soon as you grab it. So even if you grab it here, straighten it out. Because really the illusion is going to happen. You can even like give it a little bit of a downward pull, but the illusion will happen as soon as, oops. Okay, so one's a lot easier. When you cross grab it, it's really easy because it actually falls right into your hand. See that? The force is coming straight at your hand. It's really easy. But the other one, when you have to grab it without crossing your hand, you have to chase it. Otherwise, it's going to fly out of the way. See what I'm saying? It's going to go away. So you actually, you don't want to make this too fast because your hand's going to have to grab it faster than it twists. One trick to this is just to make sure you grab it kind of low, because the higher up you're grabbing it, the faster you're going to have to move. But the lower down you are, the less it actually moves. It just moves in this small circle. So here, spoon, bam. What is this crazy move? I can't remember. I think I call it the staircase, but it's all eluding me tonight. I'm messing up now. So this is what I got for you tonight. I gave you a combo. I gave you an advanced aerial combo, gave you an intermediate combo, and then I gave you something kind of simple. It's going to take a little bit of time to work on. Definitely would not use this in a combat situation. This is totally just for freestyling and having fun and creating something nice and visual. It looks even better with glow chucks. I should probably have turned on the other light. Looks even better with glow chucks though, it really does. There's going to be some things that look really good with glow chucks and some things that are going to look really good with regular chucks. If you ever do have glow chucks, some things will look better, the things that kind of show off the light. So like hand rolls, figure eight wrist rolls, things like that. They all look great. Big circles look great, but it also looks good because you almost have this line, see? And because you have this solid line that the eye will follow, it's going to kind of be attracted to things where there's sudden stops and there's lots of motion. So make it really fluid or really just kind of staccato and, I don't want to say jittery, but just kind of sharp. All right, well, happy spinning. You guys, don't forget Ultimate Ninja. You got 1 week to go, and then the competition's going to start, and you guys are going to see a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. So just keep in mind, just watch them. They're going to be awesome. It's all the submissions that people are putting in, and they put in a lot of hard work. So yeah, enjoy, and I will talk to you all very soon. Hey, don't forget Facebook too. Don't forget Facebook. Join us, Nunchaku Tricks discussion, Flowtricks discussion.